This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Governor Rick Scott of Florida is cutting nearly $3 billion in public education in Florida, but he has approved school vouchers, which would basically allow parents to choose private schools for their kids, and the government will help pay for that. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Okay, fantastic. Giving people choices. You know, that's what Republicans are in favor of. And you're going to, if you get the private market is always better than the public. The government can't do anything right. Once we started public education in this country, we became the #1 country in the world. But that doesn't matter. I'm sure the private market will do it better. So tell me about how it's doing it better in Florida.
Okay, so since it's the private market, the government has very little regulation, right? The private market can do whatever it wants. So there was a reporter who went to one of these private high schools in the Miami area. And what he did is, first of all, he saw an advertisement that said high school diploma and then gave a number. And all he had to do was pay about $399, go to school for 8 days, and he got his high school diploma.
Fantastic. You see, I told you the private market could do it better. You go to school for 12 years, they did it in 8 days. You see that? And my favorite part comes out with a GPA of 3.41.
Right.
I like that. It's very specific. Okay.
And the thing is, it would be one thing for these ridiculous so-called high schools to issue these diplomas that don't make any sense and really don't amount to anything. But it turns out that 88 graduates from this high school were able to get into Miami-Dade College.
Now, that does not speak well of Miami-Dade College.
No.
If I was them, I'd be pretty embarrassed. Now, having said that, they probably think, I don't know, there's a lot of new private schools. And they give me an official transcript that says he's got a 3.41 GPA. They give me all the credentials that he's got. How do they know, right? They don't know that Rick Scott has set up a scam central in Florida. He's not the one running this scam, but he's basically said, I'm not going to look out for anything. I'm going to deregulate the hell out of everything. I'm going to privatize it. And you do whatever the hell you want. If you want, give a diploma in 8 minutes. As long as people are making money, I don't care. Kids got educated. They didn't get educated. Who cares? Who got paid? That's the only question.
No, but here's the thing. These are the same people who will turn around and will say that the public education has failed us, right? Because of public education, the masses are stupid, they're dumb, they're uneducated. Okay, so if we're going to have private schools and we're not going to regulate them, because you know the Republicans don't want to regulate them, then they can do whatever the hell they want. They can sell diplomas like it's nothing, like it's street meat in New York. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they're doing here. The guy didn't actually get an education in 8 days. I mean, if he did, that would be amazing, right? So, no, and look, this is what Rick Scott wants to do for all Florida. He wants to privatize the prisons. He wants to privatize everything. And then, hey, you're all at the mercy of whatever corporation is going on. And if your kids didn't get an education, well, that's not his business. Look, I said facetiously in the beginning about how the United States did public education, then we became #1 country, right? Now, what does #1 country mean? That's why I'm kidding around a little bit. But when you get serious about it, you look at the history of Scotland. They start public education. All of a sudden, all these geniuses pop out of Scotland. Adam Smith, Hume, and the list goes on and on and on. And they all spring forward at relatively the same time. You're like, oh, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Well, what's going on is a little while earlier, they started public education. Okay, so it's not like there weren't geniuses in Scotland or in other countries. You just never knew about it because they didn't have an education. They didn't have an opportunity. Only the lords had an opportunity to get a little bit of an education. And, and that's such a smaller group. When you expanded education, that was the genius of public education. Mm-hmm. That allowed so many more people who were already there to actually bloom, right? And then so when we did that here in the United States, it was... the results were nearly miraculous. And now they want to tear it down. And, there's a great part of Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, on the public school system in New York in the 1940s and 50s. And it has to do with, the generational swings, World War II, how many kids were in the classroom, and compared to the teachers, et cetera. So there's a lot of factors. But the bottom line is, in that golden period, New York had an excellent public school system with great teachers and not that many students, okay, after World War II. And the amount of incredibly successful people that came out of the New York public school system is unbelievable. I mean, you look at the list, you're like, Jesus, right? Now, of course, it's New York, and it was already a big, a place where you could be more successful. So I get all that. You factor all that in, it's still mind-blowing. Now, in New York, if you say your kid's going to a public school, unless it's one of the great, magnet schools, et cetera, it's seen as incredibly embarrassing. Like, oh my God, is he okay? And this is what the country has developed into, and it's developed into this sham. Rick Scott's a criminal anyway. I mean, it's crazy that they elected him. To me, every time I hear Rick Scott, I think of how pathetic the Democratic Party is.
The G Slate with Google is T-Mobile's first 4G Android tablet, and it allows you to take HD entertainment anywhere you go. Stay connected at blazing fast speeds when and where you want, and no Wi-Fi is needed.
Through G Slate!